What's up, Boogey Lights fans? Taylor here. Today we're going to be taking a look at this 1995 Prevost Bus. This is a 40-foot diesel pusher with a grand total of 50 feet of Boogey Lights. It has a total of 6 feet of Boogey Lights across the front, total of 32 feet of Boogey Lights between the front and rear axle, and then a total of 12 feet behind the tag axle and across the rear as well. Okay, so we're going to get into the ins and outs of how to mount your Boogey Lights to a Prevost Bus. They are a little tricky because the undercarriage of these, a lot of them are coated completely with a fireproof and insulating foam that actually covers everything, so you're not able to run your wires as you would with a regular RV or a regular fifth wheel or what have you. So if you take a look at the front here, we mounted a 90-degree aluminum flat stock across the front to the chassis itself. And now, since our 90-degree would be hanging down quite low, what we did is we took a 90-degree piece of aluminum that looks just like this, and we cut it right down the middle right here. That way you still have the sturdiness of a 90-degree angle, but you don't have the piece hanging down so far that you can see it. Because these buses are quite low, so if you had the whole 90-degree up there, you would actually be able to see part of the metal from the front, and that's what you want to avoid. You want to be able to see the light, the glow, but you don't want to actually see the LEDs themselves. So you can see it right there. That's our 90-degree piece, and you can see that we trimmed it all the way down the back side there. And then we ran our wire through here and up over the axle. That is actually not enclosed. The enclosed part is what gets between the front and drive axle. So if you take a look at the front here, or the sides, I'm sorry, you'll see we mounted our 90-degree piece of aluminum up to the very edge here, because everything is enclosed. So we had to mount it all the way at the edge line here. There was a piece, there's a metal bar that runs all the way down that supports these bays. So we were actually able to mount our 90-degree up just like that. And then we ran the wire for the front as well as this one on the top of that 90-degree piece. So our wires are actually running up on top of this. So that way you can utilize that 90-degree angle aluminum in two different ways, one to mount your lights and one to also run the wires. So all you do is you take your, you'll want to drill some pilot holes first, and then you'll come back through with, you know, 3/4 to a 1/2 inch size self-tapping screw to mount those aluminum pieces up underneath there. Now as we move to the rear behind the drive axle pass is all open. So this is just like you were going to mount them on any RV or travel trailer or whatever. It's all open. So we were able to just mount some 90-degree aluminum right there. We were able to put another 90-degree just like we did on the front. We mounted that across the back here on the chassis itself. And then we did this same piece of metal on the same side. We ran all of our wires right back, right about to the middle of this here, and then we ran a jumper wire from our controller module to the back. That way we ran one wire to the back, we made our 3 connections right here, and then that eliminated us from having to run all these wires up, and we just had to run one back. So now we'll take a look at the controller module. This is a dual zone controller. That way it gives the customer the ability to independently control the driver's side as well as the passenger side. So if he's ever in close quarters, he has the ability to shut off that driver's side. That way he doesn't disturb his neighbors, and that still gives him the light on this side that he needs. You'll see our dual zone controller module is mounted right here on the inside. We just used some 3M quick lock tape to mount that to the side there. And then all of our wires, 3 of our wires, I'm sorry, come in from the bottom here. So we had to drill a hole through the bottom of the coach here and run our side wire, both this side, and then the wires that run to the back come in right there. And now for the other side, he has the same 16-foot roll. What we did is we drilled a hole in the same spot on the other side of the RV, and we fished that wire all the way across these 2 bays. So that wire comes in right there. That wire that you see right there, that runs across this bay and into the bay on the other side, down through the floor, and connects his driver's side 16-foot strip. He's also using our extended range antenna. It just hooks onto your dual zone controller, and it's magnetic, so it can hook in anywhere. and that gives him the ability to control his lights from up to 100 feet away. And that is pretty much it. Everything that you see here was done in-house in Florence, Kentucky at Boogey Lights. Give us a call and get lit up today.